the craziest world records from every single country. Some of these world records in this video will absolutely blow your mind, so let's get straight into it. Starting things off with America, and they have the largest mouth gape, and then the UK has the youngest female with a beard. That mouth gape is actually insane. Look at mine and compare to his. See his face? Ready, watch mine. How does he do that? Does he not have like a bone in his jaw? He's like a cobra. That's actually insane. Look at his mouth. Look at that. Zoom in on his mouth. That is crazy. I wonder how many things he can fit down his throat. And the youngest female with a beard, that looks AI. That doesn't look real. But that's cool though. The UK, beards. Yes. Germany has the world's biggest afro, and then Turkey has the world's biggest nose. There's no way that's real. Let me look this up, wait. His name's Thomas Wedder, and he actually does have the world's biggest nose. Wow, that puts my big nose to shame. That is humongous. Look at that. Look at the hook on that bad boy. Fair enough. That is a big old nose. Okay, next up we have the USA again with the world's longest tongue. And then the... No, that makes me feel sick. Then people that can pop their eyeballs out, it just makes me feel ill. And in Turkey, they have the longest eyeball pop. I feel like that just makes me... What if their eyeballs fall out their eyelids? Oh, God. Oh, God. It actually makes me feel ill. It's disgusting. But they have the world record for it, so well played. Thailand has the hairiest teenager, and then India has the shortest woman. It's actually crazy how small this lady is. Look at that iPhone and put it to scale to this lady's body. That is crazy. Like, that is so small. Compared to me, I reckon she'd be like down here, like up to my shins, which is mental. I have a feeling India's gonna have a lot of these cool world records, but let's find out. Next up we have Canada, and we have the world's longest beard. Oh my days! How long is that? World's longest beard. 8'3". 8'3". You're joking. Look at that. How tall is he? If that's 8'3", how tall is this guy? There's no way it's 8'3". There's no way. I just refuse to believe that. 2.54 meters and 8'3". That is insane. What the hell? Damn. Okay, next up we have China with the longest eyelashes. That is not real. That is not real. They are not eyelashes. Nope, I'm going to VAR again. What? Look at the size of them. You're joking. That can't be real. That cannot be real. There's no way. Look at that. That must be so annoying. That's like having a whole hair on your eyes. That is insane. Nah. Oh, I'm terrified about that. Damn. Okay, anyway, India has the most fingers and toes. That guy has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 fingers. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 toes. Fair enough, 28 overall. The UK has the most flesh tunnels. What the hell is a flesh tunnel? And then Argentina has the most piercings. That makes me feel ill. And then Nepal has the shortest man. Who's smaller, the shortest man or the shortest woman? I would presume it would be the shortest woman. But he also looks incredibly small. Let's check. Who is the smallest person? It is this person. How tall are they? Are they a man or are they a woman? Wait. They're a man! They're a man. By the way, guys, if you have made it this far in the video, you're clearly enjoying yourself, so please make sure to like this video and subscribe. I want to try and get 1,000 likes, so do it right now. Next up, we have Brazil, and they're the shortest married couple. Okay, so I just assume they're both dwarfs. And then in the USA, they have the woman with the longest fingernails. What is that? Why do people do this to themselves? Why do they do this? I really don't understand. If it's a religious thing, I get it. But if it's just for a thing that you just want to do for a bit of fun, to get a world record, why? Speaking of world records, by the way, I've got a world record. Dan Woolley's certificate for having the largest penis in the world. There it is. Guinness World Record. Read it and weep, baby. Come on! But yeah, I just don't understand that. What do you mean you want long fingernails? I couldn't think of anything worse. Next up, Mexico, and we have the hairiest man. So not a teenager this time, but a man. And in the UK, we have the stretchiest skin. What is that photo? I'm sorry. What is that photo? That is terrifying. Why? How do you find out you have stretchy skin? Should you pick it up and pull it all the time? The tallest living man is in Turkey. I don't know how tall he is, but I presume he's over 7 foot. The widest mouth is in Italy. He's put a Coke can in his mouth. That's like the size of this. Oh my God. Oh my God. Wait, putting that in perspective, that is insane. Oh my days. Fair enough. That is a cool talent to have. That is actually insane. Now Malaysia, we have the heaviest train pulled by teeth. What? And then Cuba has the most assassination attempts. That's not ideal. Australia is the longest plank, and this is insane to me. Look at this. The world's longest plank for a male is 8 hours and 15 minutes. 8 hours and 15 minutes. I actually don't think that's right. I think it's longer. Wait. Yeah, 9 hours and 38 minutes. 9 hours and 38 minutes doing the plank. Most of you couldn't even do 47 seconds, let alone 9 hours and 38 of it. That is absolutely insane, but the record is actually someone from the Czech Republic, so it's not someone from Australia. You've been beaten. Now we have France, and they have the oldest person. Okay, I did not know that. That's actually really kind of cool. Now we have the USA, and we have the biggest pair of breasts is from the USA. How do they even measure that? Just get to see people with big boobs and go, hang about, you're in for a world record here. You never know. Now we have Russia, and their world record is that one person has the most children. Let's see how many children she had. Person with the most children. She had between 69 to 1,725 kids. That's got to be fake. That's a small army. Oh my God. I mean, fair play to her. If that is true, fair play. Oh, that's sad. Peru has the youngest birth of a mother. That is sad. I don't know. I don't want to know how old she was. The longest moustache is in India. That is hella long. Damn. Then the longest kiss was in Thailand, and the most non-stop push-ups was in Japan. How many did he do? How many did he do? What is the most push-ups without stopping? He did 10,507 push-ups. 10,507 push-ups without stopping. Are you joking? That's disgusting. That's disgusting. I think I could do about 80 to 100, and I'm quite fit. 10,507 is insane. Yo, these world records are absolutely insane, man. Next we have New Zealand with the most tattooed man, and then Canada with the heaviest pulled vehicle. I imagine it's like a few tons. The longest chills in an ice box, so the longest time in one. Then the most arm rolls. What? Oh, what, like when they get a ball and roll it around their arms? Okay. The largest sketch of a coffee is in South Africa. 10 stairs climbed in... Wait, 100 stairs climbed in 53 seconds with a person on their head. They're balancing someone on their head, and they climbed 100 stairs in 53 seconds. That's over a step a second nearly. What the hell? Someone's balancing on this guy's skull. Well, it is over a step a second. What am I doing? My brain's just gone to mush. But that is insane. Now we have Brazil with the most pierced woman. That scares me to look at. I don't know why I've got a thing with piercings. It's just scary. Then we have the longest swim in Croatia. How long was the world's longest swim? The world's longest swim was 3,272 miles. Surely not. Without stopping. Surely not. That's impossible. Yeah, 142 kilometers. Jesus, that is mental. 142k. That guy's VO2 max must be absolutely through the roof. Now we have Pakistan, and we have the youngest test player. I presume that's for a cricket match. And then China, we have the world's longest hair. How long is the world's longest hair? The world's longest hair is 8 foot and 5 inches. That is absolutely insane. I'm 6'2". That's over 2 foot plus more than me. What? But that's about it. These are the craziest world records from your countries. These are absolutely insane, some of these. But please make sure you like this video and subscribe. Let's try and get 1,500 likes. I'd really appreciate it. And one more thing. What do I have to say? Bye!